In this lesson, I'd like to show you how to apply Bates numbering to a single document or multiple documents. Bates numbering is used in legal, medical, and business fields to place identifying numbers and/or date time marks on images and documents as they are scanned or processed. It is a sequential numbering system that goes beyond the simple page numbering that you see within documents. Page numbering within documents can change based on sections or chapter, but the Bates numbering will be consistent from one document first page to the end page, or extending beyond multiple documents where the first page of document 1 would be numbered Bates 1 and the last page of document 10 would be labeled Bates X number, whatever that last page would be of that last document, a sequential numbering scheme through the whole series of documents. I'm going to apply Bates numbering to 4 documents all at the same time. Now you can start Bates numbering by going in your Tools panel and choosing Organize Pages, or you can just simply use your Edit Pages tool. I'm going to come up to my Tools menu and I see Edit PDF here. If I choose Organize Pages, I see under More I have Bates numbering, and if I go to Edit Pages, I see More and I see Bates numbering, and I'm going to go ahead and choose Add, and it comes back and it tells me to add files. I'm going to go ahead and choose Add Folders, and I have already set up a couple of folders here. One is called Bates Start and the other is called Bates Finish. Bates Start has the 4 documents. When I'm processing and finished with each numbering scheme on each document, it's going to be placed inside of Bates Finish. So this is where I'll go and examine the documents after they're done. So I'm going to click on Bates Start and click OK, and I see my 4 documents here. Now, don't have to do this, but you might be interested in setting up the order of these pages. So if you wanted to, you could reorganize them in alphabetical order or whatever you'd like. If these were sorted by how they're modified, you might want to come back and set them up some other way. I'm just going to set them up alphabetically by the. So I'm going to choose Dave's and move that up. I'm going to pick on Europe and make sure that Europe is the next. Executive would be the next in line, and now I have 10 page at the very end. So we're all set to go. Next, I want to come down here and choose Output Options. Now, I've already chosen the folder where I'm going to pull the files from. It's now asking where do I want to dump the files once they're finished. I'm going to choose a folder on my computer. I'm going to choose Browse, and I'm going to come down to my class sample files, and I'm going to choose Bates Finish. You could also make a new folder at this point as well. So there's my path. Down here I can keep the original file name, or I can add to the original file name, and out in front of the original file I'm just going to go ahead and type in Bates, so you'll be able to see that right in front of the file name, and then I'll have each of the 4 files will be named sequentially after that. Okay, I think we're all set to go. I have a log file that I can keep, but I think we're done here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. All set. I'm going to click OK again, and it brings up the Add Header Footer dialog that you've probably recognized before, except this time you have a button to insert Bates numbers in your documents. Now, just like headers and footers, after I finish setting this up, I can go ahead and save my settings so that I can use them over and over again on subsequent sessions where I want to apply Bates numbering. I can change the font, the size, the color. I can underline if I'd like. I can also adjust my margins within the headers or footer area here. I think I'm just fine. I'm going to go ahead and just get started here. First thing I'd like to do is insert the date, and I'm going to include this in the right header text. This is just where I'm choosing to put in my Bates numbering up at the top here. I'm going to choose my number and date format before I get in here. So I'm just going to choose to include the year. So I want to say month, day, and year. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And up in the right, I'm going to start by typing in a paren. I'm going to insert the date. I'm going to close this with a paren up here at the top. I'm going to press my space bar. I think I'll type in BOR, put my space bar in, and then I'm going to go ahead and choose to insert the Bates number. Now you can choose the starting number and the ending number of digits, that is. So we're going to have a 6-digit number. It's going to start off with just 000001 and then go on from there. My starting number is going to go ahead and be 1. I think everything else is fine here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and it dumps in the Bates field code that I see out here. Now I can also see my sample up here at the example page, preview page. Looks good. Starting with the number 1 there, I'm just right where I want to be, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and it goes out and applies it to the 4 documents. Okay, let's go take a look at my finished files. I'm going to go to File, Open, and here is my Start folder, and here's my Finish folder, and there are my 4 files that have been finished. Notice the word Bates that I asked. Just for fun, I put that in so you could see that you can apply a particular name to the file if you like. I'm going to go ahead and select all of these, and I'm going to go ahead and just click on Open, and it opens the files up. Here's Bates Daves, Europe, Executive, and 10-page document. I'm going to go ahead and start with Bates Dave's Deadly Animals, and you can see it starts at 8/31/16 BOR01, just the way we wanted it formatted. And if I go out to my thumbnails and I move down to the last page, you can see that it is page 3 right here. If I go out to Bates Europe and I go to my thumbnails, you can see on the first page it starts at 4, and on the last page it finishes at 7. If I go to the executive summary and I look at the first page, it starts at 8, so it finishes 7 on the previous, starts at 8 at this one. Go down here, click the last one, it finishes at 11, and under the 10-page document, you can see on the first page it starts at 12, and then all the way down at the bottom it finishes with this slide, and if you look closely you can see that that actually finishes with 12. I have a scanned image here. It also has the Bates numbering on it, and here's the document. It starts at 18, so this is 18, 19, and 20. Now if I want to fix these up after the fact, it's no problem. I can come out here and just click on Edit, and I can click on this little edit box here, and instead of black I'll change the font to white. So now that shows up as 21. And out here under the scanned image, if I were to scroll in on that a little bit, you can see that it's just stuck right up here at the top. I'm going to go ahead and move that. I'm going to click on it once and then just click and drag it up a little. Now I can see it much better there. Now if I wanted to remove Bates numbering from any one of these documents, very simple to do. You just click on the document you're interested in, and then back under Edit PDF you can go out to More, Bates Numbering, and Remove, and it will just take that numbering right out of there. And you can see on all the pages of the documents it's been taken out.